Ice Cube's got a jewelry collection worth $10 million, and one of his chains has been sitting in his vault since 1993, the same exact piece he wore in the "It Was a Good Day" video. I'm not even playing, but before we dive into that legendary story, let me break down every single piece this West Coast icon owns and how he got them. Y'all are absolutely not ready for this journey through hip-hop history. So, look, Ice Cube, the South Central L.A. legend himself, went from writing some of the most controversial lyrics in N.W.A. to becoming one of the biggest moguls in entertainment. We're talking movies, music, the Big Three basketball league, business ventures. This man built an entire empire. And with that success came some serious money. We're looking at a net worth estimated at over $160 million. That's the type of wealth where you can buy whatever you want and not even think twice about it. And trust me, Cube has been collecting some of the most iconic jewelry pieces in hip-hop history. No cap. This collection is absolutely legendary. So let's dive into it. Starting with his chains. And gang, these aren't just any chains. These are pieces of hip-hop culture. The iconic Raiders chain. First up, we got to talk about his legendary Raiders pendant. Now, this ain't just any regular chain, fam. For those who don't know, Ice Cube has been a die-hard Oakland Raiders fan since day one. The Raiders represent more than just football in West Coast culture. They represent that rebellious, outlaw mentality that Cube embodied throughout his entire career. This piece is absolutely massive. We're talking about a custom-made pendant that features the iconic Raiders logo, fully encrusted in diamonds. The silver and black color scheme is created using white diamonds and black diamonds, staying true to the Raiders' colors. The craftsmanship on this thing is insane. Every detail of the logo is perfectly iced out, and when light hits this pendant, it catches attention from across the room. The price tag on this masterpiece? Around $85,000. Yeah, 85 bands just for one piece. Cube commissioned this chain in the mid-1990s when he was at the peak of his solo career, dropping classics like The Predator and Lethal Injection. The pendant is made with natural white diamonds and black diamonds, which are actually rarer and more expensive than you'd think. Bro, that's actually wild when you consider the timing. This was during an era when hip-hop jewelry was just starting to become extravagant, and Cube was one of the pioneers pushing that boundary. This chain became one of his signature pieces, and you'd see him rocking it everywhere. Music videos, award shows, on the big screen. It's like his calling card, letting everyone know where his loyalty lies and what he represents. And here's the crazy part about this chain. It's not just about football. The Raiders have been associated with West Coast street culture for decades. Gang members, hustlers, and street legends all rocked Raiders gear. So when Cube wears this chain, he's representing more than a sports team. He's representing an entire culture and lifestyle. That's the power of jewelry in hip-hop, gang. It tells a story deeper than just the diamonds. The "It Was a Good Day" chain. Next up, we got the legendary chain from It Was a Good Day. Now y'all, this is where things get really special. This piece isn't just expensive, it's historically significant. Back in 1992, Ice Cube dropped what would become one of the most iconic hip-hop songs of all time. It Was a Good Day painted a picture of a perfect day in South Central L.A. And in the music video, Cube is rocking this incredibly clean gold rope chain with a custom pendant. This chain represents a specific moment in hip-hop history. The early 90s was when West Coast rap was taking over the game, and Cube was at the forefront of that movement. The pendant features intricate detailing with what appears to be religious imagery mixed with personal symbols important to Cube. We're talking about a piece designed in 24-karat gold with diamond accents that create this beautiful contrast. Now here's what makes this chain absolutely priceless. Cube still has this exact piece in his collection. It's been over 30 years, and he's kept it as a piece of hip-hop memorabilia. While the exact price hasn't been publicly disclosed, jewelers and collectors estimate that a chain with this level of historical significance, combined with the craftsmanship and materials, is worth somewhere between $150,000 to $100,000 today. But honestly, gang, you can't put a price on cultural significance. This chain is worth more than money can measure. The detail work on this pendant is incredible. It took skilled jewelers several weeks to complete because of how intricate the design is. And here's something most people don't know. Cube actually had to special order this piece because no jeweler had anything like it in stock at the time. He worked directly with master jewelers to create something unique that represented who he was as an artist and a person. That's actually insane how one piece of jewelry can become so iconic that it's instantly recognizable decades later. People still reference that "It Was a Good Day" video, and the chain is as memorable as the song itself. That's the type of impact we're talking about. The custom Westside pendant. But wait, it gets even better. Next, we got his custom Westside pendant, and this one's got a powerful story behind it. See, Ice Cube has always been one of the most vocal representatives of West Coast hip-hop. When he left N.W.A. and went solo, he doubled down on his West Coast identity. And this chain is the ultimate symbol of that commitment. This piece is massive, fam. We're talking about a pendant that spells out Westside in full, with each letter custom designed and covered in VES diamonds. For those who don't know, VVS means very, very slightly. These stones are flawless to the naked eye, gang. The pendant is set in white gold, creating this brilliant shine that makes it stand out even more. What makes this piece so special is the custom font. It's designed to look like classic West Coast graffiti style, paying homage to the street art culture that influenced Cube's music. The craftsmanship on this is next level. Each letter has multiple layers of diamonds, creating this three-dimensional effect that makes the pendant pop. The price tag? A whopping $175,000. That's right, $175,000 for one chain. I kid you not, this man dropped almost 200 bands on his neck to represent where he's from. Cube commissioned this piece in the late 1990s when the East Coast-West Coast rivalry was still fresh in everyone's minds. While that rivalry had tragic consequences, this chain represents the positive side of regional pride, celebrating where you're from without disrespecting anyone else. And here's what's crazy about this pendant. The jewelers who made it said it took them over 3 months to complete because Cube was so specific about every detail. He wanted it perfect, and he was willing to wait for perfection. That's the type of dedication and attention to detail that separates legendary pieces from regular jewelry. The N.W.A. tribute piece. Now let's talk about one of the most meaningful pieces in Cube's collection, his N.W.A. tribute pendant. This one hits different, gang, because it represents where it all started. Before Ice Cube was a solo superstar, before he was a movie star, before he was a mogul, he was a member of the most controversial and influential group in hip-hop history. This pendant features the iconic N.W.A. logo, fully diamond-encrusted and designed to perfection. It's not just a piece of jewelry, it's a tribute to Eazy-E. The pendant depicts the classic N.W.A. imagery with multicolored diamonds creating incredible detail. We got white diamonds, yellow diamonds, and even some ruby accents to create the color scheme. The craftsmanship took over 4 months to complete because the jewelers had to get every single detail perfect. The facial features of the members, the logo design, the text, everything had to be exact. Cube wanted this piece to honor his brothers and the movement they started, so nothing less than perfection would do. The cost? Around $225,000. Yeah, you heard that right. $225,000 to honor the group that changed hip-hop forever. That's the type of respect and appreciation that money can barely express. But Cube found a way to do it through jewelry. This piece represents loyalty, brotherhood, and never forgetting where you came from. And you know what makes this even more special? After Eazy-E passed away in 1995, this pendant took on even deeper meaning. It became not just a tribute to the group, but a way to keep Eazy's memory alive. That's some real, genuine love right there. No cap, that's one of the most meaningful gestures I've ever seen in hip-hop jewelry. The custom Check Yourself chain. For those who know their Cube history, Check Yourself was one of his biggest hits in the 90s, and he commissioned a special chain to commemorate that success. This piece is pure 90s hip-hop aesthetic. We're talking about a heavy gold chain with a custom pendant that references the song's imagery and message. The pendant features bold lettering with diamond accents, set in yellow gold that gives it that classic hip-hop look. This isn't about being the flashiest piece. It's about capturing a specific moment in time and preserving it. The chain weighs in at several pounds of solid gold, making it a statement piece that commands attention. While the exact price on this one hasn't been publicly disclosed, based on the materials, the weight, and the custom design work, jewelers estimate it's worth somewhere between $65,000 to $80,000. That's just another casual six-figure purchase for Ice Cube gang. At this point, y'all seeing a pattern? This man does not play when it comes to his jewelry game, and every piece has a purpose and a story. The Presidential Rolex Collection. Alright gang, now we're switching gears to talk about Ice Cube's watch collection, because this is where things get really expensive. Cube combines classic luxury with hip-hop style, and his wrist game is just as legendary as his chain game. No cap. First up, we got his Presidential Rolex Day Date. Now, for those who don't know, the Presidential is the most prestigious Rolex model. It's called the Presidential because it's been worn by actual U.S. presidents, including Lyndon B. Johnson and Dwight D. Eisenhower. We're talking about the pinnacle of luxury watchmaking. Ice Cube's Presidential is the full yellow gold model with the classic champagne diamond dial. This watch is all about understated elegance and power. The bracelet alone weighs over 100 grams of 18-karat gold. Every link is perfectly crafted, and the signature fluted bezel catches light from every angle. The price tag on a Presidential Rolex, around $40,000 to $60,000, depending on the specific model and year. But here's the thing, Cube didn't just buy one. He's been spotted wearing multiple different Presidential models over the years. Sometimes he rocks the yellow gold version, other times he switches to the white gold, or even the rare platinum model. That's easily $200,000 to $300,000 just in Presidential Rolexes alone. And here's what's crazy about the Presidential. It's not just a watch. It's a status symbol recognized worldwide. When you wear a Presidential, you're making a statement that you've reached the absolute highest levels of success. From presidents to CEOs to moguls like Ice Cube, the Presidential represents power, wealth, and legacy. But Ice Cube didn't stop at just Rolex. Nah, he went for one of the most exclusive watches in the world, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Now, the Royal Oak is legendary in the watch world. It's got that distinctive octagonal bezel that's instantly recognizable. When you see that shape, you know it's a Royal Oak. Cube's version is the classic stainless steel model with the tapisserie pattern dial that AP is famous for. But of course, being Ice Cube, his Royal Oak has been customized with diamond accents on the bezel. We're talking about carefully selected diamonds that enhance the watch without overwhelming the original design. The Royal Oak is already an expensive watch in its standard form, but when you add custom diamonds from a master jeweler, the price skyrockets. This piece cost around $85,000 to $100,000. The Royal Oak has been worn by everyone from LeBron James to Jay-Z to Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's a status symbol in the highest circles of wealth and success. What makes the Royal Oak special is that Audemars Piguet doesn't make that many watches per year. They're extremely exclusive, and getting your hands on one, especially a popular model, can take years, even if you have the money. But when you're Ice Cube and you've got the connections and the cash, doors open that are closed to regular people. The Patek Philippe Nautilus. And now, we're getting into seriously rare territory. Ice Cube owns a Patek Philippe Nautilus. And gang, if you know watches, you know this is the holy grail. Patek Philippe is considered by many to be the absolute pinnacle of watchmaking. Their slogan is literally, "You never actually own a Patek Philippe. You merely look after it for the next generation." The Nautilus is Patek's most iconic sports watch model. It features a distinctive porthole-shaped case and an integrated bracelet. Cube's Nautilus is the stainless steel reference 5711 with the blue dial, the exact model that's become impossible to get and has skyrocketed in value. Here's where it gets absolutely insane. The retail price of this watch when it was available was around $30,000. But because of how rare and desirable it is, these watches now sell for $150,000 to $200,000 on the secondary market. Some have even sold for over $300,000 at auction. Cube's got one sitting on his wrist, and it's appreciated in value more than most people's entire jewelry collections. That's actually crazy when you think about it. This man bought a watch that's now worth more than a house, and he can wear it every day if he wants to. The Nautilus represents the ultimate intersection of luxury, rarity, and investment. It's not just jewelry, it's a wealth preservation strategy disguised as a timepiece. The custom Cuban link chains. But wait, we're not done yet. Beyond all the special pendants and exclusive watches, Ice Cube has an incredible collection of classic Cuban link chains. These are the foundation of any serious hip-hop jewelry collection, gang. Cuban links are thick, heavy chains where each link interlocks with the next, creating this incredibly solid, luxurious look. Cube's got multiple Cuban links in different sizes and metals. We're talking about yellow gold Cubans that are 14 millimeters thick, white gold Cubans, and even some diamond-encrusted versions where every link is covered in stones. These chains aren't just for show, they represent classic hip-hop style. A heavy Cuban link has been a staple in hip-hop fashion since the 80s, and Cube keeps that tradition alive. Each of his Cuban link chains weighs anywhere from 200 to 500 grams of solid gold, making them substantial pieces that command respect. The price range on these? Anywhere from $30,000 for a smaller Cuban link to over $150,000 for the fully iced-out versions. And Cube's got multiple, so we're easily looking at $300,000 to $500,000 just in Cuban link chains. This man layers them sometimes, rocking 2 or 3 at once, creating this incredible cascade of gold and diamonds. The Diamond Rings Collection. Let's talk about Ice Cube's rings, because this man ices out everything, including his fingers. His rings are often oversized and heavily diamond-encrusted, making statements wherever he goes. Cube's got championship-style rings that commemorate various milestones in his career. He's got a custom Big 3 championship ring from his basketball league that's absolutely massive. This ring features the Big 3 logo, surrounded by diamonds, with his name engraved on the side. The ring is made from white gold and contains over 200 diamonds. The price tag? Around $75,000. Then he's got his personal initial rings, custom pieces that feature his initials IC in elaborate designs covered in diamonds. These rings can cost anywhere from $25,000 to $60,000 each, depending on the size and diamond quality. And Cube rocks multiple rings at once, so you do the math on how much ice is on his hands at any given time. He's also got some classic pieces, like diamond-studded pinky rings and signet rings with custom engravings. Every ring tells a story or represents an achievement. In total, we're looking at easily $200,000 to $300,000, just in rings alone. The bracelet game. Then we got his bracelets. Ice Cube loves tennis bracelets and Cuban link diamond bracelets that match his chains. A tennis bracelet is a thin bracelet where every link is a diamond. It's called a tennis bracelet because of a famous incident where tennis player Chris Evert's diamond bracelet broke during a match, and she stopped the game to find it. Cube's tennis bracelets are absolutely loaded with diamonds. We're talking about 10 to 15 carats of diamonds on a single bracelet. These bracelets cost anywhere from $40,000 to $80,000 each, depending on the diamond quality and size. And he's got multiple. Then there are the Cuban link bracelets that match his chains. These are thicker, chunkier bracelets that are also covered in diamonds. When he wears his Cuban link chain, he'll pair it with matching bracelets that complement the look. We're talking about another $75,000 to $150,000 just in bracelets. This man coordinates his jewelry like some people coordinate their outfits. Every piece works together to create this overall aesthetic of wealth, success, and cultural significance. The custom earrings. And we can't forget about the earrings. Ice Cube's been rocking diamond studs since the early days of his career. His earrings have evolved from simple gold hoops to seriously expensive diamond studs that would make most people's eyes water. His current collection includes several pairs of diamond studs ranging from 2 carats to 5 carats per ear. For those who don't know jewelry, that means we're looking at 4 to 10 total carats of diamonds just in his ears. These aren't just any diamonds either. These are VVS1 and VVS2 quality stones with excellent cut, clarity, and color. A pair of 5-carat diamond studs can easily cost $100,000 to $200,000 depending on the quality, and Cube switches them up depending on the occasion. Sometimes he wants the smaller, more subtle 2-carat studs for everyday wear. Other times, he brings out the big guns with the 5-carat monsters that shine like headlights. Adding it all up. So let's add this all up, gang. We got Raiders pendant, $85,000. It was a good day chain, $175,000 Westside pendant, $175,000 N.W.A tribute pendant, $225,000. Check yourself chain, approximately $70,000. Presidential Rolex collection, approximately $250,000. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, $95,000. Patek Philippe Nautilus, $180,000. Current value. Cuban link chains, approximately $400,000. Diamond rings, approximately $250,000. Bracelets, approximately $150,000. Diamond earrings, approximately $150,000. That's over $2.2 million just in the pieces we know about. And trust me, there's probably way more that we haven't even seen yet. When you factor in all his jewelry collected over a 35-year career, the collection is easily worth $10 million or more. But here's the thing that's truly remarkable about Ice Cube's collection. Unlike some artists who just buy jewelry to flex, every piece in Cube's vault has meaning. The Raiders chain represents his loyalty to his team and West Coast culture. The It Was a Good Day chain represents one of the most iconic moments in hip-hop history. The N.W.A. tribute honors his brothers and the movement they created. Every piece tells a story. And here's what's really insane. Ice Cube can afford to keep buying this level of jewelry for the rest of his life and never even make a dent in his wealth. With a net worth of over $160 million and counting, plus the millions he makes every year from movies, music royalties, the Big 3 League, and various business ventures, this man is set for multiple generations. Think about this, gang. Cube went from South Central LA, from the streets, from poverty and struggle, to having a jewelry collection worth more than most people will earn in multiple lifetimes. He went from writing controversial lyrics that got him banned from radio stations to wearing watches that presidents wear. That's the American dream amplified to the maximum level. The legacy factor. But beyond the dollar amounts, what makes Ice Cube's jewelry collection truly special is its historical significance. These aren't just expensive baubles, they're artifacts of hip-hop culture. Future generations will look at these pieces the same way we look at artifacts in museums. That It Was a Good Day chain belongs in the Smithsonian next to other important cultural items. Ice Cube has been smart about his jewelry too. Unlike some artists who buy pieces and then have to sell them when times get tough, Cube's kept his most significant pieces. He understands that these items appreciate in value over time, both financially and culturally. That Patek Philippe Nautilus is worth 4 times what he paid for it. The historical pieces are priceless. And here's something most people don't realize. High-end jewelry, especially watches from brands like Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Rolex, are actually excellent investments. They hold their value better than cars, better than most art, and in some cases, better than real estate. Cube hasn't just been flexing, he's been building a portfolio of appreciating assets that he can wear. The cultural impact. Ice Cube's jewelry choices have influenced an entire generation of artists and fans. When young rappers see Cube rocking that presidential Rolex or those diamond-encrusted chains, it gives them something to aspire to. It shows them that success in hip-hop can lead to legitimate wealth and status. But Cube's also shown restraint and taste. He's not out here buying the most outrageous, over-the-top pieces just for attention. His collection is curated, meaningful, and classic. He mixes statement pieces with timeless luxury items. That's the mark of someone who truly understands wealth, not someone just trying to look wealthy. The younger generation of rappers who wear crazy, expensive jewelry. They're following a path that Ice Cube helped create. But Cube did it with more purpose and meaning. Every piece represented an achievement, a milestone, or a tribute. That's the difference between collecting jewelry and just buying expensive things. Conclusion. And that's Ice Cube's $10 million jewelry collection. Gang. From the streets of South Central to the highest levels of luxury, this man's journey is reflected in every chain, every watch, every ring. Whether you're a hip-hop fan, a jewelry enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates success stories, you can't deny that Ice Cube's collection is legendary. This man really went from N.W.A. to N.W.I. I'm wearing a Patek Philippe, and his jewelry proves it every single day. Every piece tells a chapter in the story of one of hip-hop's greatest pioneers. But yo, if you learned something new today, if this breakdown had you shocked at any point, you absolutely got to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. No cap, we got more content like this coming your way, breaking down the jewelry collections of all your favorite hip-hop legends. Drop a comment below and let me know what piece in Ice Cube's collection is your favorite. Is it that legendary "It Was a Good Day" chain, the N.W.A. tribute pendant, or maybe one of those insane watches? And who should I cover next? Dr. Dre? Snoop Dogg? Tupac's estate collection? Let me know. If you want more videos about the most expensive and meaningful jewelry in hip-hop history, make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss when we drop the next one. Trust me, the next collection we're covering is going to blow your mind even more. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Stay blessed, stay educated about your jewelry, and remember, real wealth isn't just about how much you spend. It's about the meaning behind what you buy. Ice Cube taught us that. One love, fam.